Today we're going to talk about seeds. So all plants, like trees and grasses and flowers, all come from seeds. Now, all seeds have one thing in common. They need three things to grow into a plant or germinate. Do you know what those three things are? All seeds need soil, water, and sunlight. When they have all of those three things, they will grow into a plant. Now here is a display that shows us how a seed grows. So the first one, number one, is showing the seed. So the seed would be planted in the soil. Then the second one says germinate, and we can see a little root coming out from that little seed. That's called the radicle, or the main root that's coming out. That's the first thing that's going to come out of that seed. And then number 3 is the sprout. Number 4 is the taproot, and that taproot is that main root that goes deep, deep, deep in the soil. And lateral roots are the roots that go out from the taproot. Number 5 is the young stem. So all of this will be in the soil. And then we have a little stem coming from the seed. And then finally, number 6, the seed grows leaves. We're going to go over parts of a seed. You can do this at home. It's really, really fun. All you need are dried lima beans, and that's what we're going to use today. You soak the lima beans overnight. So this is what it'll look like. It'll look nice and shiny. And we're going to look inside of the seed and look at the different parts. So that's called dissecting the seed. So we're first going to look at the seed coat. So when you have your lima bean, there's going to be this waxy coating that you can just peel off. That's the first thing you're going to do. There you go. We're going to set this part to the side. So the seed coat acts as a protective barrier for the seed. It protects it from harsh climates like really, really cold climates to really, really hot. So this helps protect the seed. So this is the seed coat. Next, we're going to look at this part of the seed. You're going to pick up your lima bean again, and then you're just going to take your thumbs. Then there's going to be a little ridge on the top of the bean here, and you're just going to take your thumbnails, and it's just going to kind of split in half a little bit. And it's going to split into two pieces. This piece and this piece are called the food storage. This is where all of the nutrients of the seed is stored. So it's going to use the nutrients to grow into a plant. There's another word for food storage. It's called the cotyledon. So we're going to set this right here. And then next is this part. This is called the embryo. This is the little baby plant. And when you dissected the seed or took the food storage off, it might have fell off as you were breaking it apart. Let me see if I can get this in focus here. Here we go. So there's a little leaf right here. And then there's the little stem. And this part is the embryo. And this is the part that's going to turn into a plant. And there you have it. We have the seed coat, the food storage, also called the cotyledon, and the embryo. Seeds have to travel in one way or another for a chance to grow into a plant. So there are several methods of seed travel or seed dispersal. Seeds can travel by the wind, they travel by animals, by the water, and other methods that we'll talk about. Seeds that are dispersed by the wind come in kind of like two different types. The first type is seeds that have wings. Some of you might have seen this type of seed before. Some of you might have called them helicopters. These come off maple trees. So when the maple trees grow these seeds, these are called samaras. The seeds fall off of the tree and the wind catches the wing part, or this part right here, and it makes them spin around like a helicopter. The next type of seed that's dispersed by the wind are seeds that are parachute shaped. So parachute shaped seeds that are dispersed by the wind have a little bit of fluff at the top. It's nice and fluffy, kind of looks like a parachute or an umbrella. And when the seed catches the wind in the air, it floats really, really nice through the air. And when there's a gust of wind that catches it, it takes the seed away from the parent plant, and that allows that seed to find a brand new place to grow into a plant. An example of parachute seeds is this seed right here. It kind of detached a little bit, but this is from a milkweed plant. Have you ever went outside and walked through a bunch of shrubs and a bunch of different other plants, and you walked out looking like this? Many of you have. This is a plant called burdock, and burdock seeds are spread by humans and animals. Burdock have these little teeny tiny hooks. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they feel like they're sticky. And so when an animal or a human walks by, it sticks to fur, it sticks very well to clothes, and then eventually it falls off, and then inside are the seeds. Ooh, here we go. Here's a seed right there. The seed sits right inside of the burdock plant, and that is how some seeds are spread. Very cool. Many animals consume seeds, like many birds and mammals, and when they consume seeds, they poop them out. Oh, this is a picture of black bear scat, and you can see there's lots and lots of little teeny tiny seeds in the scat, so it must have ate lots of berries that had seeds in it. So those seeds will eventually be planted into the soil, and those seeds will grow into a new plant. Some seeds are dispersed by water. This is one of those plants that are dispersed by water. This is from an American lotus. An American lotus look like giant lily pads, and the flowers are beautiful white, and it grows these right in the middle. This is their seed pod. And then, can you hear it when I shake? Do you know what's making that noise inside? That's the seed. So as the seed pod matures or gets older, the flower starts to droop, and then the seeds will fall out and float away in the water to grow more American lotus plants. So this type of dispersal is really, really cool. These seeds disperse by bursting or exploding away from the parent plant. An example of plants that burst is a plant called Jewelweed. And Jewelweed have these little teeny tiny pods with the seeds inside. They kind of look like green beans. And once an animal or something brushes against it, the seed pod explodes, which gives it its other common name, touch-me-nots. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.